Hello, I'm PAT Lafrieda, and today I will be answering some questions for the Serious Eats community. Sithonius asks, my family is really starting to get into bone marrow as an appetizer. What is your favorite way to cook bone marrow? The first thing you need to do is buy the bone marrow. Keep in mind that marrow comes from a lot of different bones in the animal, but the femur bone is the best place to get it from because it's where the marrow is most abundant. This is a cross section. This is my favorite way to cook bone marrow. And this is an entire femur bone split down the center. So it opens like two canoes. So while cooking this, it's going to rest in its own shape, in its own bone. Splitting this down the center is my favorite way to cut this. But another way is just to cut it across, almost like ossobuco style, where you have little rings of marrow bones. The problem with that is when you cook it, that marrow can melt right out and you'll be left with just circles of hard bone. So splitting them down the center is my favorite way of cutting. My favorite way to prepare bone marrow is something that I ate back at Butter years back from Alex Guarnacelli. What she did was remove the marrow from the shell. You take that marrow and you start to whisk it and fold into it some garlic and fresh parsley and even amounts of toasted breadcrumbs and bone marrow. And then fill that mixture back into the bone itself, roast it, and then toast it in the broiler at a very high heat. If you wanted to keep it simple, another very easy way to prepare this is just to roast this. At the very end, put it in the broiler, get it really hot and charred on top with a little bit of sea salt, and most important, toasted points. So nice, fresh toast, a little bit of olive oil. The bone marrow itself is gonna be your butter. This is Pat Lafrieda, happy cutting.